Make sure you're up. Okay, cool. And fuck that shit. Go to YouTube over here. Jump. Get out. Oh shit, look at that. I'm in the storm. Had my camera open all fucking day and didn't even realize that I'd be using the camera, leaving it open. Yeah. Alright, where are we at? Where did we go? Where did we head to? The Fields of Glory. Nothing worthwhile in the Fields of Glory. That's not what it's called. That's a dumb name. I'm gonna stop calling it that. Tool got booed at their own fest. I gotta see what's up with that.
Janet! When's
Fucking advertisements, man. Hate that shit. Oh, there's a bike there. Nothing. Gotta hear something. Oh shit, what's going on down here? I skipped this advertisement. Alright, what happened to Tool?
Tool was booed by their own fans during a destination festival the group held over the weekend in the Dominican Republic called Live in the Sand. They had a number of great acts performing at this festival, including Mastodon taking the place for the first time with a fill-in guitarist after that shocking announcement recently that Brent Hines had exited the band. Now, as for Tool, this has apparently become such an issue with some of their fans who were disappointed by what went down at this festival that some of them are actually considering a class action lawsuit. Now, as to whether or not this rises to that level, I'll let you decide, and then we'll kind of talk about how this is all going to shake out at the end of this. But this is what happened at this festival. Now, I can say that I've seen Tool a number of times over the years, and every single time I've ever seen them, they put on an amazing performance. So let's see kind of what the ruckus is about here, because that lineup from Live in the Sand was really great. The Dominican Republic is beautiful. I was just down there a couple of months ago. So, I mean, it seems like a pretty good time down there on the beach, Live in the Sand, catching Tool for two unique sets that fans are saying weren't so unique. Here's more.
What?
It was the weekend most rock fans would dream of. Tool, Live in the Sand. Two sets right on the beach at the Hard Rock and Royalton Resorts, March 7th, 8th, and 9th. And as I look at this amazing lineup, I ask myself, why didn't I go? But look at this. You've got Primus, Mastodon, Coheed and Cambria, Eagles of Death Metal, and so many other great bands. Primus performing on stage with their new drummer, and Mastodon performing with their fill-in guitarist after that shocking announcement that Brent Hines would no longer be in the band. The band took the stage with guitarist Ben Eller, who is also a YouTuber who's said to have done a very good job. And so Tool's first performance went off without a hitch in such a beautiful environment right on the beach in an all-inclusive destination festival. What more can you ask for? Well, considering that Tool is playing two shows, fans expected there to be two unique sets as advertised. And it turns out that's not exactly what they got, which ultimately led to boos from outraged fans in the crowd. So unfortunately, as it turns out, there were 4 songs that were played in both sets on night 1 and night 2. We've seen things from Metallica where they have a no-repeat weekend, and they play 2 different shows. They're doing stuff in stadiums this year that are similar, where you'll get a different show on Friday night, and on Sunday you'll get a totally different set list. So fans are outraged that between the 2 shows they played during the weekend, 4 songs were the same during both sets. Now, in all fairness to Tool, they have like 8-minute songs. A lot of their songs are much longer than your traditional radio format music, so maybe that kind of factored into the decision. But here are the set lists from both nights at this Live in the Sand festival. Here is your set list for night 1. Looks like a pretty good set list. And then your set list for night 2. And as you can see, 4 songs are the same on both set lists. And unfortunately, this led to a lot of fans in the crowd booing during the performance, the second show that Tool did, feeling as though they didn't get 2 unique set lists as they were promised as part of the Destination Fest. And this is likely a show that many fans who traveled a great distance to go to, that spent huge money to go to this. This wasn't like a show that you took a road trip to go to. A lot of people are taking flights for this and spending a lot of money on it, if I had to imagine. I don't know how much it costs, but let's just go ahead and say I guess it costs a pretty penny if you're making that kind of a trip. And I think by and large, it looks like a pretty good experience. The only thing that comes down to the frustration for these fans is that there was some songs that were played over again during the second set. I'll let you decide. I would honestly love to hear if this is something.
Get your first paycheck.
Making the song and
Memory.
remember.
You were solely memory.
That's it.
Oh yeah, we record on a tape cassette.
Okay.
So we would put it since if you put a tape cassette in the middle of a room, I don't know the word. It's too loud, so it sounds bad.
Yeah.
So you would put it outside the door.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you kind of get like the gist of it, you know.
Yeah, I think we start to do something like that
But
above
you're
it.
just, man, it's like it's in here. It's in here and it's in there.
That's it.
That's it. Boom.
If you don't have all this equipment at the recording program, you don't know even that things like that exist. Then you
The
just
fuck was that?
make the song and it's ready.
Fuck.
So you remember you played 100 times and that's it. You have the song.
Yeah.
It's great. Like I think about it right now. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you, like, so for the first record, are you just sitting in your room, like, writing a riffs or a full song, or are you hanging out with your brother and you're kind of hashing it out?
I
both?
did it by myself. Talking about the first album, Winds of Creation. So I did songs by myself, and then we didn't have our rehearsal room, but we just ask our friends if we can come there and there to their room and use equipment and jam.
You would hit up your friends with the gear because you didn't have any. And,
I have just like my guitar, some combo at my room, and that's it. So we didn't have any. I mean, the drums show up like after on the Nihility album, I think. Yeah, that's crazy. So it was weird, but yeah, we have like maybe 1 week or like I don't remember, but like 8-9 days just practicing the Winds of Creation before we record this album. That's it. Like we play together, drums and guitar. So I think it's a brother thing. Like if you jam
Finally.
with your family member, which was so close since forever,
yes.
you
Did it
can
break?
even make a song just like talking about it.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
you
Yeah,
can just
cool.
talk about it. You can, use your couch or wherever, and I can play guitar, and Vitek been listening it, and okay, this part, got it, and he just like we have this organic hallucination track. Great.
Fucking
I
hell.
love it. And
Just getting fucking killed.
a huge step for us. And so
You guys got
before
this
this record,
laser gun. You got a fucking freaking lasers.
No, we didn't jam at all. I did it in my room, and Vitek was just on the couch, and he was just listening. Just listened the riffs, and then he will go out for his room somewhere in the town, just jam by himself with his memory,
With his memory.
and then we met in the studio. and we did it. This is the most.
You guys are talking like the it was just like ingrained.
Yeah, it was great. Like,
Fuck.
I don't know. These days,
Why didn't you
everything
shoot?
works different way. Like I mean, I spending hours to just on composition to become the perfect version of the riffs I have and recording on some new engines for tracking, write the drums, everything. I listen it million times, I do pre-production, and then we practice with James, my drummer, in the practice room. And yeah, like the proper way. But back in the days, our most important album, that the first 4 records, it happens like I don't know. It must be
Like,
the blood
I want to
connection.
be.
Yeah.
And a passion, and I just, I mean, I spending hours for practicing and making the songs, but we didn't do any like professional pre-production things and practicing and anything like that. It just happened. Like, yeah.
You can only do
Fuck.
that with
I
someone
really
that
didn't get a lot of
literally like
hits
songs
or
were
kills
born.
on that
And you're
at
so
all.
close, literally with them for
I
a
think
decade.
it was like music education,
that too.
a huge passion, and also because we've been listening bands together all the time. You know, Cannibal Corpse, all the time. Vader, D-Side, Morbid Angel, Metallica, Slayer, all these bands. So I think if all those bands for you are like part of your family, like this is like really part of your life. It goes into your blood. So, and you have your brother on the side, and
he's probably just a sponge too, because he's younger than you, 3 years.
yeah, and he was a piano player. So like we make a band with Sauron, and the first singer. He became with idea like, okay, dude, let's do it a band. I have a band name. I was like, okay, let's do it. I play guitar, you gonna sing, and okay, we need a drummer. Okay,
So you were
it's my pleasure.
you were talking how your daughters know how to tune. So you were talking earlier. Did you learn this from Machine Head, like the tuning that you're doing now, or were you doing that prior?
Well, you asking about this 450?
Yes.
Well, yeah, when I was a Machine Head, I find out the tuning a little higher, because like standard tuning is around 440 megahertz. Like all the music you listen in the radio, like you tune the piano, it's 440 megahertz, and yeah, some bands like to tune in different way, just to it's a I guess it's a there's a few reasons of that why they do, like we talked before. When I was arrived, like Dimebag been tuning like 430 or 435, something like around that. Machine Head tuning 450, which is a little higher, so strings are more dense, like a tension, so, and it's a little higher, so I believe like
They're
it
drop B, but
and
higher, a little higher,
and high, yeah. So it's like 450, it will be something between 440B and what's next? C. So something between, like you on the mid between the tone.
Got it. Okay. So it's right between.
But
yeah,
they tune it because just like
kinda cool.
that was the situation probably in the studio. They record something and then they have a short scale. Back in the day, they didn't have baritones.
Yeah.
So strings were like you wanna tune low. You have a short scale. Like strings are not into the tuning. You know, like when you play hard. So that's why. But that's also like thing that they explain that some of the megahertz can go in a different way, that you will feel music in a different way. Depends of the hertz, like it's the physical thing.
Do you think? Okay, so do you think Rob got that from Dimebag? Or do you think Rob is on his own tip? He's on his own.
I don't
thing?
know. You need to ask Rob about that.
Okay.
I think.
So you think it's more feeling based? Like, hey, this might make people feel different. So maybe I should try this kind of frequency.
Could be the reason too.
Oh, interesting.
I mean, for Dimebag, I'm pretty sure that Dimebag doing like that because of some special reason.
It's him.
Yeah.
I want to make people feel a certain
I mean,
way.
even like right now, I imagine like listen Pantera riff right now. It's something like you play Pantera song, and it's already like the tone. It's of course it's the Dimebag head,
Of course.
hand, but it's or maybe it's something around this tuning. Also, it's everything,
It's everything.
and it's Dimebag. I mean, it's the god of metal.
It's
Such an inspiration for me.
Yeah, so you like your early, like I heard you talk about the first 3 Metallica records, Morbid Angel, Covenant,
And
Judas
also,
Priest,
oh yeah,
Painkiller. You're talking like, oh, they're all hits. It's just a record full of hits.
totally.
And then what's kind of crazy about one of the crazy things about your live log is that you mentioned that one of your inspirations is also Machine Head Burn My Eyes. So it's kind of like a
For
full.
sure.
So talk about like a full circle moment, right?
Oh man, like
You got,
for me,
Everyone, I just uploaded a brand new backing track. It's one of those 1-chord backing tracks for you to play along to. But what I want to add this time is a little bit of a fun way to improve really quickly by implementing patterns along with just pure improvisation. There's a heavy section that goes for 8 bars. And over that, it'd be great if you could do some sort of pattern using whatever scale you choose. You know, I'm going to give you suggestions as well. When it switches to the more laid-back sound, you'll hear it in a second, that's when you should go into improv mode, where you just try to create melodies, try to do whatever you can to fill that space the way you want to. But every time it goes back to the heavy part, go back to a pattern. So it sort of plays with both sides of the brain. You know, one's going to be very creative, the other one's going to have to do some work. But when they merge together, you have a very powerful, you know, arsenal of techniques to choose from to improvise. So I will give you 3 patterns right here on YouTube, and then on the website, I'm going to give you 10. And I'll walk you through them with the tab and everything. So it's going to be really detailed over there. And I will link the backing track. It's about 12 minutes long, so you have a long time to practice on it. I'll link that below as well. The first pattern I'd like to show you is going to be just a 6 pattern in minor pentatonic, so E minor pentatonic. And it's going to sound very Zakk Wylde-like when you speed it up to the right amount. You can start off doing, you know, quarter notes, 8th notes, and then eventually get up to 16th notes. A lot of these are going to be 16th note triplets eventually, so pretty blazing fast. So you could do something like this.
What the hell? You killed me.
See how when it changed over to the more laid-back pattern, I went into improv mode and I just sort of noodled around a little bit? That's going to be the balance that you can go back and forth on, and it really makes it feel like the whole brain is working. It's crazy. Now I'm going to do the 6 pattern twice as fast, and then from there even faster. So let's try that. let's try it at Zach Wild levels here. Okay, that's super fun. It's hard to do though. I have a slightly injured thumb. You might notice my bandage. I'll talk about that later, what happened, but yeah, it felt crazy. The next pattern, let's just stay in pentatonic for a second because it's a nice little, you know, box that you can work in here. This one's gonna be a pentatonic pattern descending in a certain way, but then we're just gonna climb up in a real simple way. Sometimes you have to, you know, fill in the gap a little bit to fit 8 measures. So first of all, here's the pattern. So really you just hit 1, and then you follow it up with 4 notes that are just going to be pulled off. If you can go Kirk Hammett on this, you can add a wah. I might try both of them. And then when I climb up, I'm just going to do either a single walk up with a minor pentatonic, or I'll do double picks or triple picks. Double. It's a good one. Or triple. More of a challenge. I guess you can do quadruple too if you're feeling really nice. All right, let's try it. Especially this shape because it's symmetrical as you go up. We call it the red form because we actually can put a color to each one of these forms. There's 7 of them. Check all those lessons out the website. I'll link it on here. So I'm going to do this 6 pattern going up, and it's just going to be.
Oh shit, man! What the?
So we'll start off slow, and then at the end.
What is going on over here, man? It's like no action. Just running around nice.
Just because we are tapping the keys. Alright, so start off with those 3, and when you get those down, feel free, by the way, to use 1 for the entire backing track, or you can, you know, obviously cycle through the 3. When you come over to the website, you're going to have 10 different options to do, so it's going to be awesome. Okay, everyone, thank you for watching and enjoy the new backing track. I'm excited about that, so we'll catch you there. Thanks.
Clan, the final chamber is here.
Gamify learning the fretboard. It's usually a much more enjoyable experience than agonizing over trying to remember what this is something that I explained a long time ago. Show it to people. The best part is once you really get into this, today I'm going to show you a condensed version of the game. We're going to take a note and find it on all but for right now, single string. So if you can count up, that'd be great. easiest way to count up. That's kind of already pre-reviewing you with other notes that we're going to be doing later on. So it all works together in the end. All right, let's go to the 8th fret.
Let's do another round.
That's
I'm
gonna be
having
the
fun.
right there.
I wish I could buy a game. I gotta pay my
Now let's go to the
again.
5th string. We're going to find C there. So the string open is A. So the 2nd fret is B.
Internet tomorrow, man. Why am I forgetting everything? Because I'm getting
So we already
wonky.
have 2
Shit's
Cs
getting
down.
wonky,
So if you go all
homie.
the way back to the low string, we have the 8th fret. The next string, we have the 3rd fret. If we go to the 4th string, the D string, and count up, it takes a while. We're going to go D, E is the 2nd fret, F is the 3rd fret, G is the 5th, A is the 7th, B is the 9th, C is the 10th. It's way up. That makes sense though, because if you go another whole step, you're at D, and that's the name of the open string. So you're just a whole step behind the octave up here. C. Let's go to the 3rd string. G, A, B, C. The next string is easy because it's the B string. So it's just a half step above that, which is the 1st fret. And then we're under the final string here. We're going to go to the open E, and it's the same as the low string, so it's going to be 8th fret. Those are all 6 C's that we need to find today. We're going to go forward and backwards using a metronome eventually. I don't want to do that at first because it freaks people out. Trust me, I've had plenty of students just go and lose it. So what we're going to do is we're just going to slowly find them again, but if we need to slow it down, you can use the slow down feature on YouTube or speed it up to from YouTube. Okay, so on the 6th string, let's start off. Remember, it's 8th fret. The next string, 3rd fret. Next string, way up there at the top. Next, 5th fret. Your vision will start to happen now. You're going to have new fretboard vision. Next string, 1st fret. And the last string, back to the 8th fret. Now here's the trick. We have to go backwards too. So we just did this one. The next string, C. 1st fret. Next string, 5th fret. Next. Next. And last.
This is what Ivy League universities can get into with a 3.6 GPA.
90% of students.
If you do that, you have a concept for the basic version of the game.
Damn, I want to hear that one. What are you talking about? I want to listen to some Spy. Spy.
Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Audio Key Live. Before we get into today's session, I
Nah, I'm good. I don't want it. Nah. I don't want that. I want this. I want that. Oh, God. Couldn't make it. Fucked it up. Come on.
So basically the LP happens creators on others in the past. Second one is it's basically
Fuck. They're hiding over there. What the hell?
You have enough synastry going on inside.
Where the fuck did that guy go? Nice. Fuck. That was brutal. Fuck. They're all up there. No fair. Damn it. I'm honestly really tired. I'm gonna call it later.